to show you how to sew your French press coffee cozy. This is how I make my coffee. It's just really simple. There's no gadgetry, there's no technology involved. And I found that in the winter, I just need to give it a coat so it stays warm for longer. So I have a PDF download. All the links will be in the description box. You're going to cut out your pattern piece and then cut out 2 pieces of fabric. I'm going to be using the Janome 100-year anniversary fabric for both outside and inside. Let me show you. Isn't this cool? It's hard to imagine being around as a company for 100 years. That's such a milestone. So that's pretty cool, yeah? All right, so I'm going to switch to overhead view.
And let's start sewing.
Okie dokie, so right here I've kind of rough cut my fusible fleece. I'm going to be using a layer of fusible fleece on both fabric pieces, and you can totally use that Thermolam stuff that will keep hot and cold in better than just fleece, but I don't have that right now and I'm not going to wait for it to come in, so I'm just going to wing this. I have also this leopard one that I made. This is just leftover quilt batting. You can use 1 layer or 2. It's really up to you. Your first time through, you might want to just try 1 layer, okay? Kind of depends on your skills and your sewing machine. I'm going to secure when we're all done, I'm going to secure mine with a cam snap because I have a handy dandy snap press. If you do a lot of snaps, it is worth investing in the press. It is so much easier. I would mess up hand application of snaps all the time when I was trying to do projects, you know, a few years ago. I just hate the hand plier. It's too much, okay? Get a press. However, you don't have to do a snap. Again, my handy dandy leopard is Velcro. Do not hate on the Velcro, man. It's easy. It's a little retro, but retro's in. So don't shame on that game, okay? Now, let's switch and get this pressed. All right, so now I'm going to trim it more carefully. Right side up, right side up. Now place them right sides together, matching all edges. So I tucked that opening in and pressed it. Edge looks good. Let's go close that edge. I'm just going to close that open piece and then carry on top stitching. Oh, I should put in my tag. I bought these tags at Worldwide Label on Etsy, and I use them all the time. I just love them. I think I'll do that one. Sometimes I sew it like on the outside center, but lately I've been into these ones in the seam, tucked in the seam. I'm not using anything special. This is not this is not a walking foot. Nothing has changed. The tension is normal. Literally, I turned on my machine and I'm sewing this. And this is 2 layers of fabric and 2 layers of fusible fleece. So I'm using the Skyline S7 and everything is mwah. Chef's kisses, as they say. Or as I say, so motorcycle. Okay, so here is well, it's almost finished. And I'm just going to take my French press, a cafetière, as they say in England, and make sure everything is good and it's a good snug fit. It is perfectione. All right, look at that. So cool. Now I could opt to do Velcro or the snap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this with chalk. And I'm going to say, okay, if I put my snap here, then it needs to be here on the other side, the mate. I do have a short little snap press tutorial in my YouTube channel somewhere, so hopefully I can link that to this video. I'm going to go get my press and finish this up. This literally has been like 12 minutes so far. Okay, this is the last part. Here's my dusty snap press. Don't judge me. So I've got my 4 pieces. You'll need the 2 caps and then the male and the female parts. So I'm going to put 1 cap here because I know that's exactly where it needs to be. I have the correct die in for that bottom. And I'm going to set it. This part is easy. See? It's set. Professionally, that sucker is not coming out. Now, this part, you have to make sure that you're lining it up correctly, and that's why I did my marking. So I'm just going to change my die, and it's just this little Allen wrench. Turn it a couple of times, and this baby comes out. I always put it back in my container. Don't lose it. Insert the other die, put your Allen wrench back in your container. Put the corresponding baby there. Now, remember, act like you're gonna put this together, okay? It's like this. So your female part or your male part, whichever die you're on now, needs to be on this side, facing up. So the cap has to go on the back side. And I just put it right in the center of my marking. And now place this into the press. The cap is down, and we're attaching, I'm attaching the female part on this one. Okay, so there it is. So now I can do a test. And that it is. Voila. Voila. So good. So let's put it on the French press and go make some coffee. got my coffee, and I've got my Janome sewing mug. So I'm just going to add a touch, a splash of cream. Okay, maybe more than a splash. Mix. I hope you had fun. I hope you can see that making a coffee cozy, French press cozy, whatever you want to call it, is super easy and it doesn't take long. These make great gifts or teacher gifts or anyone who uses a coffee press. I'm going to enjoy mine. I'll see you soon.
You know you want one. You know you want one. You know you want to make one. You know you want to make one. The PDF is a free download. Check it in descriptions box. Look at my snap, it's red. It's a motorcycle.